Hello and welcome. I'm Ray Flores. We are here in Houston, Texas for the second media day. This time, though, for the super welterweight champion of the world, Jermell Charlo. On Saturday, September 26th, live on Showtime pay-per-view, Jermell will defend his super welterweight crown against a fellow champion, Jeison Rosario. Super welterweight unification on the line. The Charlo doubleheader comes your way on September 26th, live on Showtime pay-per-view. An unprecedented card. 2 cards for the price of one, $74.99 on your local pay-per-view providers or online as well. We have a stacked card from top to bottom. 5 world title fights. It'll be 3 fights, then an intermission, followed by 3 more matchups. Let's take a look at the first card on September 26th. We will begin with the PBC debut of the world champion from the Philippines in the bantamweight division, Jonriel Casimero, making his PBC debut. He will go head-to-head against the hard-hitting Ghanaian Duke Micah. The co-main event, the super bantamweight champion from Weslaco, Texas, the body-punching sensation, Brandon Figueroa, will go head-to-head. He matches up against Damian Vasquez. The main event of our first card, Jermell Charlo, will put his middleweight crown on the line against the Ukrainian sensation and Sergey Derevyanchenko. Then we will have a 30-minute intermission hosted by Brian Campbell and Luke Thomas of Morning Combat. Once we come back, the second card will begin, as we will start off with former world champion Danny Doman as he collides against a fellow former champion as well, Juan Carlos Payano. Then a matchup between Luis Neri, who's been wiping out his opponents. He will take on Aaron Alameda for a vacant title at 122 pounds. Then the second main event of the evening, Jermell Charlo will take on Jeison Rosario. It is only the 8th time in history that super welterweight unification is on the line. Again, 2 cards for the price of one, $74.99, presented by Premier Boxing Champions, promoted by Lions Only Promotions and TGB Promotions, as we await the champion, Jermell Charlo, who is here in Houston. No air conditioning. It's awfully hot in here, but fitting for a champion as he prepares for his super welterweight showdown against Jeison Rosario, live on Showtime pay-per-view on September 26th. And here is the champion himself. Champ, it is great to see you. We are only 11 days away until you square off against Jeison Rosario for super welterweight unification. How are you feeling?
I'm excited. I'm ready. This is time. This is the time to prevail. This is time to be Jermell Charlo and one of the Charlo twins.
I was here on Halloween night, 2015, when you defeated Joaquim Alcin.
Yeah.
To see how far you've come, pay-per-view, your name is on the marquee, Charlo doubleheader. What does this mean for you in terms of your journey?
That lets you know God is really real. You know, it speaks volume. You know, me and my brother, we come from so far, and it's not just about boxing, it's about real life and what we have accomplished in life. And all you got to do is keep pushing, keep trying, and September 26th is that day. I gotta stand up and let my time be, show what it was worth. All of this time I'm putting in the game, and now it's here. You know, fighting on Showtime is an amazing thing. Fighting on pay-per-view is even more amazing. It's even like, hey, that's it. This is the one. And then, you know, I got a hard fight in front of me, and that's all we ever wanted. We wanted to take hard fights in our career, and I'm excited. This is the time.
Well, Jermell, we'll let you work out. We'll talk to you after your workout. We look forward to seeing you hit the bag and inside the ring. Thank you so much, champ. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. Jermell Charlo getting ready to work out as he gets set to square off against Jeison Rosario, September 26th, live on Showtime pay-per-view.
Workout, the fight, less than 2 weeks away.
Different kind of media day.
Yeah, it's different, man. But when we get ready to go fight, it's gonna be different as well. So if you're a real champion, you make adjustments. And these are the type of adjustments you gotta make. Sometimes they come to you and say, hey, you gotta be quiet. Sometimes they say, hey, you gotta act the fool. You know, right now it's just a different day for us. It's the same thing, but a different day. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. War Tape. Shout out to War Tape. I got to give War Tape some love. They kept me through camp, baby. Making these hands right.
Gotta keep those hands.
Big ups to my brother for the nice fit.
Listen. Jermell. Before we used to show everything.
I know. Yeah.
No movement.
Just movement with a good movement. But them they sing a lot though.
No movement. Stand right in front of me.
Okay. Big ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
You saw both guys. Jermell looked different.
Well, Jermell and Jamal, they both have this edge about them, but they're different fighters. I think that they both have their own way in terms of how they motivate themselves. Jermell is he's more boxer puncher, I would say, than his brother, heavy puncher. Jermell is the kind, he's such a complete fighter. They're both outstanding complete fighters, but they're just different. I think Jermell is more puncher boxer. I think Jermell is boxer puncher. But they're both evolving, they're both growing, and I think they're both superstars in boxing. You're gonna find out on September 26th. This is only the 8th time in history that we've had unification at 154 pounds. And Jermell Charlo is looking to unify the 154-pound division. He has that opportunity in only 11 days' time.
And I'm trying to unify another division if I can.
Going after another one, huh?
Right. Ringside with the line. Ringside with the line, yeah, you know.
Everyone's wanting you versus Canelo.
Well, I'm not, you know, Canelo has got a different type of handling. I'm not a Canelo weight division, but if it's a possibility hey, I would give it a shot for whatever it comes to. I mean, I'm a boxer. I'm only a fighter. I would do whatever they, you know, they put me in there and say, let's do it. You know, make it work. We'll figure it out. You know, my brother's there, and my brother's a lot closer to Canelo than I am, but hey, the 154 champion, Charlo, he'll take on whatever, anybody. They talk that all these other fighters, Boo the man, hey, I signed the deals. I signed the contract before. I ain't pull out over no money. God got me here for a reason now, so it's up to them. You know, September 26th is my time, and I'm gonna come show. Yeah, this is what I do, and I do it for a reason. I got family to feed. Do they? We're gonna put some jams on in a minute, but I like to get my focus on, you know, I'm not fighting with an audience and I'm not fighting with a crowd, so me being creative right now is most important, you know? Be creative without music, be creative, be smooth, be all of that. Watch out. Boom, 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 boom.
Put them on. Yeah, just 30, yeah.
30 seconds. We'll need a minute of rest. That's for the show.
It's gonna be weird fighting in silence.
You're watching.
It's like this. It'll be
Charlo
like this.
Media workout as the
Be
super
just like
welterweight
this.
champion of the world prepares for his unification matchup against Jeison Rosario on September 26 live on Showtime pay-per-view. He's trained by Derrick James, esteemed trainer of Charlo, and also Errol Spence Jr.
Everybody stay COVID free. Please, it ain't over with. Nah, I need sweat. Well, nah, won't like that either. That's smart. Thank you for that.
One of y'all got to get the clock.
No music because we don't want to mess up copyrights and all that kind of stuff.
Rock it. Double it up. Double it up. 3 of them. Double up. 4. Double. Double. Right hand after that. Sit back up. Sit back up. Heat. 1. 1. Heat. 1. 3 of them. Heat. Sit back up. Hit. Right over. Hit. 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 Use the body. Use the body. Two of them. Hit. Back. Back. Hit. 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 Block it. Yep, same thing there. Double him up. Let's go. 2 of them. Sit back up. Knees bent. 3. Sit. We deep. I still uppercut this one. And shoot it. No distance. A little bit. Back. Hit. Hit. No, you got close. Take the pose.
Don't forget the Charlo doubleheader. 2 cards for the price of 1. It all begins next Saturday, September 26th, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. Again, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. 2 cards for the price of 1 live on Showtime pay-per-view. It all comes your way. An outstanding card as this man, Jermell Charlo, involved in unification against Jeison Rosario at 154 pounds.
Slip that, slip that. Three of them, 3 of them. Shot.
Where you going?
Double him up. Double jab right. Back. Compose. Shot. Hit. Come on, lock the hook. Lock the hook. Pop. Lock the jab. 3 of them. Double up. 1 of them. 2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 2 of them. Don't keep coming up, don't keep coming up. 2 of them. 2. Knees bent. Body shot.
You on them.
2 of them. Hip. Sit back up. Shot. 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 Do it. Do it. Double. Pick off the jab. 1 of them, 1 of them. Too high up. Let's go. Again. 2 of them. two of them. Double. Double. Straight shot, straight shot. Straight. Hey. Bring that jab back. That's it. Heavy bag.
Something for the media day. And Showtime live and pay-per-view. And ringside with the Lions. And you know we ain't trying. It's just what it is. You gotta do it.
Yeah. Big on the switch. Hey, start the clock over. Just let it flow, just let it flow. Don't worry about the power, let it flow. Those knees in, just like that, just like that. As you shoot that big shot, stay right back up, bro. Oh, watch it, baby. Let it flow. Let it flow real easy.
He told me not to go too hard for y'all. Get that September 26th. At nighttime, baby. Yeah.
You're watching the Jermell Charlo media workout. We are here in Houston, Texas, as he prepares for his pay-per-view showdown. The Charlo doubleheader comes your way September 26th, live on Showtime pay-per-view. Jermell Charlo in a super welterweight unification matchup against Jeison Rosario. It all comes your way September 26th, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific time. We're joined alongside by the esteemed trainer of Jermell Charlo, Derrick James. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us about what your thoughts are on your fighter in Jermell Charlo. We've seen him look focused before, but I think this is another level of focus.
I believe it is just because of the level of magnitude of the fight, the quality of the fighter in itself. Rosario is a good fighter. What's at stake, the title. So I think that when we started camp, he was already ready, he was already in shape. So we just built from that opposed to trying to get in shape the whole time. He was already in shape, he's already ready.
Can you tell us about some things that you have been working on, not necessarily giving away your game plan, but what are some things that you're working on, and how much has he just continued to grow as a prize fighter? Well,
we've been working on several things. I think that if there was any holes that we saw in the last fight, so basically we're building from the last fight. The reconstruction of everything that's been going on, and he's looking good. He's looking good, he's very focused, he has his mind right, and he knows exactly what we're talking about and what's going to help him. So I appreciate that as him as a trainer into a fighter.
What does it mean for him to be fighting on Showtime pay-per-view? I mean, this is a very special moment for Jermell Charlo.
It's great. I mean, from the first time I first started training him, he wanted to be on pay-per-view. He wanted to be a pay-per-view fighter. He wanted to be a unified champion. So this is the opportunity of a lifetime. And he's already a WBC champ, but he wanted all the belts. So it's beautiful to see his dreams manifest. And it's coming soon on September 26th, so it's great.
Have there been any additional challenges that you've encountered training during COVID-19?
Not at all. I mean, it's really, I think it's best for me because I like a smaller closed camp anyway. So it just works perfect. I mean, for where you can't have visitors, can't have guests. It's all team members, family members. And that's the true inspiration anyway, I believe.
And finally, in the perfect world, how does this fight end against Jeison Rosario next Saturday, September 26th on Showtime pay-per-view?
Jermell Charlo being a unified champion. Beautiful.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. We'll let you get back to training. Derrick James joining us here during Jermell Charlo's workout.
My bad, Coach. I had to. Back to the shit, my bad.
Yeah. You thought I wasn't watching? I was paying attention. Jermell, one more. One more, and you're going to finish with the shadow boxing. One more, last one.
Lower.
That's it. We do some shadow boxing, one more shadow boxing. Probably a little jump over something. We're on the time. So we almost at So yeah, one more round of shadow boxing, we're done.
Yo, got the media, they popping. Ain't nobody here, but I see everybody checked in. Everybody locked in with Lions Only. And Jermell Charlo, Charlo twins, two-time. Let's go. Yeah. Whatever you said. We fired up. I see how my brother was fired up.
Joe, fire him up.
Fights back to back. How does that make you feel?
I gotta tell Showtime, you know, I gotta tell the people that we did this right here for the fans, you know, because I hate how so much stuff in the world is going on, and we're not allowed to have people around us, and everybody gotta wear a mask, and it's so different. You know, we going into a fight where I'm used to packing a crowd, or at least fighting in front of a massive crowd, and now I gotta go in there and fight in front of no crowd. So right now, that's like so important to me to let my fans know, and everybody rocking with me and my brother. You know, I know the ones that ain't hate, the ones that don't really like us, it's okay. One day you will, and if you don't, hey, I hope your soul rests one day. But, you know, we give it our all in this thing every day. It's hard work in this thing, and I did this for my fans. You know, I opened this moment for my fans. They see the lifestyle on Ringside with the Lions. That's my YouTube channel. Check out my YouTube channel, Ringside with the Lions. and then you got Showtime going hard. You got everybody. In the midst of this pandemic, we still gonna make it work for you guys. And that's what boxing is about. We never a dying sport. Facts.
Who is this? Who is that? Isi. Who is that? Who is that?
We fight through anything. Here we get some music. We don't got music when we fight. Sorry, guys. I don't want music. I want to hear my coach. I want to hear y'all breathe. No sneezing. If I see a sneeze or something, you out of here. Sneeze in the mouth.
Yeah.
This is my rope, guys. This is my rope. I know y'all don't see it. Right here?
Lean on the ropes right here.
Yeah, let my round finish right quick. I got it. It's almost done.
We gotta go. Wait, is it right here or is it over there?
I'm on him over there. Just after this. You got it. Okay, let's bring him over.
Now we're going to be joined alongside by the champ following his workout. Don't forget, the Charlo doubleheader comes your way on September 26th live on Showtime pay-per-view, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. 2 cards for the price of 1 as Jermell Charlo matches up against Jeison Rosario, just the 8th time in history that the super welterweight division will be unified. We look forward to talking with the WBC super welterweight champion of the world in only moments. No, we got it. Champ, great to talk with you again. You know, how are you feeling? And tell us about when it comes to things that you have been working on as you get ready for Jeison Rosario live on Showtime pay-per-view September 26th.
Well, you know, things has been, you know, pretty awesome to me. It's been messed up for a lot of people, you know, and I know this hurts a lot of people, but I used the pandemic. I took advantage of it by, you know, investing in myself and creating gyms, and created a gym in my home, and I've been getting in shape since it started, you know. And so for the time to come right now, within a week ago, it comes that I'm, you know, I'm prepared. I'm more than prepared. I'm ready to go. I'm in shape. I'm on weight. I'm still hitting crazy hard. And, you know, it's some things that I wanted to do that I took my loss in 18, and then I bounced back and won it back in 19, but it was still some things that I needed to learn and grow on as a man and develop. And so, you know, I feel like 18 was worse a year to me than 2020. And we're going to end 2020 with a bang, like I said before. And it's the Charlo show on Showtime, September 26th, and live on pay-per-view.
I have seen you for many years, but I feel like this is the most focused I've ever seen you. There's something in your eye, there's a demeanor, there's an approach that I've never seen before. Do you feel the same way?
Well, I appreciate you for you know, being on the outside looking in, letting me know what you see. You know, all I'm doing is just developing as a man. Like I said, I'm growing as an individual every day. We are all humans. We share this earth together, and we have to do the right things and setting our mind on the right things. Even though every day you're encountering certain things that can be effective in your life, you have to know how to roll with the punch. And this is a boxing term, and everybody that knows it is, you know, you got to be able to get in and get out, and that's my world. So much has changed in everybody else's world, and I sit back and I'm like, man, what can I do to develop me and get better at me? So ever since then, I've just been taking it upon myself, you know, staying dedicated even more than I have been, even more focused than I have been. When it hurt, every time I feel like there's pain, I'm thinking about all the other boxers out there that's pushing through pain. Why can't me and my brother push through pain? So now look, we pushing through pain, and look where we at. You see a change. You know, this is a big moment for me, you know, being that I'm getting ready to fight next week, you know, live on pay-per-view. I gotta not only defend for myself, I gotta defend for my family. I gotta defend for my children looking up to me, and all my peers that's lions, and everybody that strive to be a boxer. If you old or young, it's if you go back over my life and you go back over the time like you've been around, and you go back and think about some of the things that we've been through and over, you know, adversity that we fought, you'll say, gosh, you know what? If he could do it, I could do it. And that's what I did for the rest of the world. You know, my condolences to everybody that lost someone through the COVID-19. You know, if everybody plays safe and everybody do it was right, it'll wipe away just like it did in China. And I know it's a lot of stuff going on with the justice system, and I feel like eventually it's gonna get right. You know, stay out the way. Keep your peace and your sanity in your heart, and you'll be all right.
Jermell, you and your brother you guys are unique individuals and your own fighters, but there's something special about family. How much does it mean for you to be headlining a card with your brother on September 26th?
I feel like the networks has done a great thing prepping me and my brother. We fought on undercards together. We fought in the amateurs together. We fought each other. We argued with each other, you know. And with that being said, at the greatest moments and the moments like now are the moments me and my brother are well prepared for. And you know, I'm thankful for all of the times that, you know, we was in a dressing rooms together, in a small dressing room. Now I feel like it's gonna be separate dressing rooms, and I know that's because obviously the pandemic, but you know, we still not used to it. We want to share the dressing room together. We motivate each other. It's mere motivations because I'm a twin, identical twin, same, almost 1 letter apart. We 1 letter apart. He 1 minute older than me, and he called me the little brother syndrome, but I don't got no little brother syndrome. Hey, but you know, just with that being, you know, me and my brother, you know, it take a lot to get where we at, and I'm appreciative of the sport and what it's done for me. You know, I know it's doing great things, and I got this big, massive gym that I've been owning for about 5-6 years now, going on 6 years, and Charlo Boxing Academy, one day we'll be able to spread the love to everybody else. But I know one thing for sure, me and my twin brother, we got a big fight coming up. We want to fight the best. We're not afraid of the best. We've been trying to fight the best since day one. We wanted to let it be known that we wasn't just no twins that just got a bunch of attention with each other, a bunch of attention from the world. That's not what it's about. I feel, and I always felt through other people that's bigger than us and larger, the networks and the promoters and stuff, that me and my brother, you know, we're bigger marketing tools. Just open your eyes and look to it, look to see it. And right now is the time, you know. You know, if I was able to fight on free TV like I've been doing, I would still be going just as hard, you know. But now that this is a bigger moment for me and a bigger chance in my life, I appreciate Showtime for making it a pay-per-view because, the ones that's really tuning in are the ones that's rocking. And if they tuning in and they not rocking, hey, I got a surprise for you. Be on the lookout.
Let's talk about your opponent, Jeison Rosario, who holds 2 belts. You're looking to go ahead and take those from him next Saturday, September 26th, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time on Showtime pay-per-view. How do you see the fight playing out in 11 days' time?
I ended my last fight in 11 round. I ended some fights in the later rounds. I ended some fights in the earlier rounds. I'm a very dominant fighter throughout this process. Jeison Rosario, he got his chance and he won the titles from J-Rock. But I always felt that I was the best fighter in the division. And because of that, I don't even see them being in the level of competition. When I'm at my best, I'm at my best. No matter what J-Rock got to do, no matter what Rosario come to the table with, hey, I wanted all the belts, and eventually I would have to take them from somebody. I mean, I can't just get them handed to me. Nothing came handed to me, even from going up in the weight rankings. And so this is just that moment. This is just that moment I got to take advantage of every little opportunity. Any mistakes that come, you got to capitalize on them. And I feel like that's where I'm better at than Jeison Rosario at.
So on September 26th, how is it going to go down? You're a visionary. You visualize things.
I don't want the judges to make the decision for me. I want to be the one that fight this fight, and I want to win. And whatever I have to do, if I defeat him in 12, I defeat him in 12. But that's not what I'm looking for. Obviously, every setup punch is a knockout punch. Every time he make a mistake, I'm trying to make him pay. So if that's the case, I got to give you what you want. I'm going for what I go for, but I can't speak on it like that because it's not right. That's just not how I do. I don't predict the fight. I am the fighter.
I almost feel like since that first fight with Tony Harrison, we watched you against Cota, watching the rematch against Harrison, that you are so focused on not letting it go to the judges because of what happened in December of 2018 against Tony Harrison.
I told y'all after that press conference and everybody seen me spread my passion all around that place, they say, he a little crybaby. No, I'm passionate about this thing. And I told them that they gave me jet fuel. So when I come back, I'm coming back full throttle. Then I'm done with it. And that's what I'm about. I'm about giving them what they expect from me. I've been doubted from, I haven't been doubted from family before. So right now, I'm my back. Hey, look, I got nothing to lose. Well, he got everything to try to gain. I ain't finna let him come take over nothing over me. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a war. You said a war? Hey, I'm America. I'm the American Army.
Finally, what do you want to tell?
The military of America.
What do you want to tell the rest of the fighters at 154 pounds as you get ready for your pay-per-view showdown against Jeison Rosario?
They seen me fight before. They seen what I possess. They know I'm even more dangerous than I was before. I take over my situation and every fighter in the division. And if you watching, hey, that old school fighter right here, he is in him and it ain't going nowhere. I've been a professional since 2007. And I've been dedicated to this game since then, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. Hey, stay out of my way. I'm mad trucking things.
Jermell, thank you so much. We appreciate you inviting us into your gym. Good luck next Saturday, September 26th on Showtime pay-per-view.
Indeed.
Jermell Charlo joining us. Well, that'll conclude today's workout with Jermell Charlo, the WBC welterweight champion of the world. Don't forget, next Saturday, September 26th, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time, we have an outstanding card, 2 cards for the price of 1. Just to once again tell you about the card from top to bottom. We will start off at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. We begin our headliner of the first card, Jermell Charlo, the WBC middleweight champion of the world. He will put his crown on the line against the hard-hitting Ukrainian Sergey Derevyanchenko. The co-main event of our first card, the body-punching sensation from Weslaco, Texas, the undefeated Brandon Figueroa. He will match up and put his crown on the line against Damian Vasquez. Our opener is going to be a heck of a matchup, this in the bantamweight division, as the WBO champion of the world, making his PBC debut from the Philippines, John Riel Cosimero, defends his championship against the undefeated Ghanaian, and that is going to be a heck of a matchup against Duke Micah. We will then have a 30-minute intermission hosted by Morning Combat's own Brian Campbell and Luke Thomas. Then we come back after that 30-minute intermission. It is headlined by the man who you just heard from, Jermell Charlo, as he collides against Jeison Rosario, just the 8th time in history that the super welterweight division has been unified. The co-main event is for a vacant title, as the knockout Ortiz from Mexico, Luis Neri, will collide against Aaron Alameda. Our opener, the former unified champion of the world, Daniel Roman, makes his PBC debut. Standing across the ring from him will be none other than the former world champion, Juan Carlos Payano. It is going to be a tremendous night of boxing. 6 fights, 2 cards for the price of 1. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time, presented by Premier Boxing Champions, promoted by Lions Only Promotions and TGB Promotions. Don't miss it, September 26th, live on Showtime Pay-Per-View. So long from now, from Houston, Texas. Have a great one, everyone, and stay safe.